Welcome to the What's Our Verdict podcast, where we fashion ourselves cinematic judge and jury. My name is JJ Crowder. I'm here with my co-host, Matzenheiner.
Better red than dead.
Javier Ortiz.
What is up, my nerds?
And Ian Anderson.
Some shit.
We appreciate your help growing the podcast. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification button. Make sure that you're aware of when our new episodes for our spoiler-free comes out. Also, go check out our website, whatsourverdict.com. You can sign up for our newsletter to get exclusive content and updates, pick up some merchandise, and support the podcast that way, and you can also interact with us. The question we always ask is if you ever find yourself wondering if you should spend the time, money, or both on a movie. To help with that question, each week we put a movie on trial, discuss the facts, pass judgment, and let you know our verdict. This is our spoiler-free review. We'll rate this movie on a 3-tiered scale. Worth it, meaning you should watch this movie as soon as possible. Stream it, meaning wait until you can watch it for free. And finally, not impressed, meaning you shouldn't watch it at all. Our deep dive reviews on these movies are available every Monday wherever fine podcasts are found. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Ghana, just to name a few. Today we are reviewing Cry Macho. It was released September 17th, 2021. It was written by Nick Schenk and N. Richard Nash. It was directed by Clint Eastwood. It stars Clint Eastwood, Eduardo Monet, Natalia Traven, Marco Rodriguez, and Dwight Yoakam. A one-time rodeo star and washed-up horse breeder takes a job to bring a man's young son home and away from his alcoholic mom. On their journey, the horseman finds redemption through teaching the boy what it means to be a good man. I have never spit out a more full of shit intro to a movie. Synopsis to a movie. I read it and I was like,
generous feeling about the mom there.
Yeah. Oh, it's very kind in terms of anyway. Let's not spoil too much here. It's just spoiler free, but I'm gonna go first. This movie sucked, and I'm so pissed because I usually love Clint Eastwood. He has made some unbelievably good movies, especially in the director's chair. I was shocked at how bad this movie was. It was so bad. So to give you an idea of how bad this was, I just got this new TV, and it's more of a wall than a TV. And we started off watching this movie, me and Casey. I was like, let's watch it. I got kicked out of the big room because this movie was so damn bad. She's like, I'm done. It was 15, 20 minutes in. She goes, I'm done watching this movie. You need to go watch this somewhere else. I was like, motherfucker. So I ended up watching it on my little 42-inch and in my computer room right here I'm sitting in front of.
First world problems right there.
Dude, I know, right? But I was so pissed because I'm like, this movie. And then I thought, okay, she kicked me out because it's slow. It'll get better. That it never did. This movie sucked. Oh, it's so annoying.
It's like the opposite of Cop Shop, where it's like, this movie can only get better, right? They can't suck this badly the whole time.
Yeah. And then when it has little tiny moments that I'm like, okay, that wasn't bad, they go and shit on those moments right after. It's just, makes me mad. And like I said, he's done such good movies from a directing perspective, so I was really disappointed. This is shocker to everyone, I'm sure, at this point, but this is for sure a not impressed for me. I'm going to pretend that this movie doesn't exist. I'm going to take it off of my list of movies that were made by Clint Eastwood because God, I'm salty, and I can't believe I spent an hour and 48 minutes on this pile of garbage. So not impressed. Mattson, what about you, buddy?
The audience says on Rotten Tomatoes, shout out to Javier for bringing this to my mind. It says Clint Eastwood may be a little old for this role. He's 91. He's not a little old. He's very old. And then it says, but if you can stick with the somewhat slow story, it's not somewhat slow. It is completely slow. So slow, I'll tell you why in a second. Cry Macho is decently entertaining drama with a positive message. There's some positive message to this, but actually not really when we talk about it in the non-spoiler-free part of this podcast. So to me, everything that I just read you is completely false. It was so bad. I was talking to Javier earlier today. There was 3 points while watching this movie I wanted to just turn it off and say, I'm just going to wing it during our podcast because it was so bad that there was no value in continuing to watch this movie. And you guys know I've missed more than a few movies delayed. I've watched all the movies that we've reviewed. I just haven't been to them all. And I'm bummed because we had some good movies leading into this. And then I come back for this one. I'm like, this movie sucks so bad. These are the type of movies that sometimes make doing this podcast really hard because then we're like, oh, am I going to watch that movie next week? Is that going to be the thing? Because we have to suffer through this for you listeners. So we save your asses and give you back an hour and 45 minutes of your life. I was not impressed. This movie, while not as bad as She Dies Tomorrow, man, this movie really, really sucked bad. And it was also creepy, a little like very awkward. I don't need to see romance with a 91-year-old man with someone well younger than I'm going to stop. It just stop.
It's rough.
Not impressed.
All right, Ian.
Shoot, I must have been the only one that watched this movie the right way by not paying attention very much. Because I don't remember hating it this much, but maybe that's because I wasn't like
so
fully
bad.
watching it.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about it, but I feel like it's a movie you put on in the background and like you just need something while you're doing something else. I don't know. I definitely didn't hate it as much as you guys, but again, maybe I just wasn't watching it. So I don't really know what to rate.
I wish I was you.
Ian,
Yeah.
if you put this on in the background, if you don't already have depression, it will give it to you.
There's so many other things I'd rather listen to than this movie.
I don't know.
There's so many other things I'd rather ignore
like I
than
said,
this movie.
Hey, kid.
I just didn't have any like strong feelings about it. And the strong feelings I did have, we'll get into in the deep dive. But I honestly don't know what to rate this one. I guess I'll just like peer pressure this one into not impressed.
Fair enough. I'm okay with that. All right, Javier, bring us home on the spoiler free, buddy.
To quote a good friend of mine, this movie sucks. Guys,
I love getting quoted.
this movie's terrible. Like from an acting perspective, from the definition of macho, like this whole movie is based around the word macho, and I'm like, it's not even how you use that word. Okay, there's a word for strong that works better than macho.
Yeah,
and
What is that word?
Fuerte. If you want to say
yeah.
like someone's strong, you say that they're fuerte. But to say someone's macho is like the same connotation that we have in English, which is some dude who's like goes out of his way to be. It's like that toxic masculinity bullshit. That's like macho. And anyway, so it's just so weird to listen to him call his rooster macho 50 million times in this movie. And the only positive message in this
doesn't have a problem if you call your cock macho.
Yes. That line was not lost on me.
Yeah, that line will come back up in the deep dive, I promise. Anyway. Yep, what a great line. What a great callback.
Hey, Ian, you're paying attention for that part. So.
Ian's like macho cocks. Nice.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the only positive message in this is that there's a white dude from Texas who's not so racist he won't have sex with a Mexican. It's like,
hey, he didn't have his Viagra on hand for that. He can't just give up.
no, not for the
out.
first one.
Yeah.
The second one for sure. He made sure he had to go back to the border. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Dumbest movie, dumb story, dumb acting. Like, I don't know. I'm not impressed. This movie is so not worth watching. It's not worth paying any amount of money for. In fact, I'm thinking about canceling HBO Max because of this movie.
You took that line right out of my mouth. I was the same shit. I was like, dude, I almost canceled my whole subscription because of this fucking garbage.
But as you can tell, listeners, come listen to the deep dive because we are going to make fun of this movie because that's all we can do.
It's going to be funny. Can't wait. I haven't had a full-on roast in a while, so it should be interesting. Yeah, don't. 4 not impressed. 3.5 technically.
Ian, Ian, if we
wishy-washy on that shit for a minute.
yeah, Ian, if we came out and we're like, this movie's okay, how would you have rated it?
I don't know. I still don't know how I am going to rate it, so we'll find out.
I definitely know how I'm
You guys
rating
can make
this.
me go first.
Yeah.
We should make him go first. That's good, actually.
I should.
Ian is too impressionable.
I know. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
All right. We appreciate you tuning in. Man, what a bad movie. Don't go see it. Mattson, tell them where else they can find us, buddy.
Like you're listening to us right now on YouTube, on our channel, see all our spoiler frees. Unlike this movie, great movies coming up in the month of October. Could not be more excited. Definitely want to check in there. Also chime in on Facebook and Instagram, Twitter as well. Check us out on whatsourverdict.com to see our upcoming slate of movies. Some big ones like I alluded to. Really excited. Check us out. And listen to us wherever good podcasts can be found. Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Ghana, you name it.
Definitely. We appreciate it. Tune in next week. Next week, what is our next release? Because that'll be this will
Didn't you
be
say it
out
was
on the
Venom?
27th.
Carnage.
Yeah, it's
it'll be
Venom, right?
Venom.
Venom.
I can't wait to see.
Venom.
Hey,
What a
for
great
our
song.
listeners that don't know, Javier is very excited for this movie. I don't know about the rest of us.
I am excited. This is the first time that I actually know the movie that we're going to do. Usually you guys are like, next week we're doing this. I'm like,
That sounds about right. No, I'm excited for this movie only because Woody Harrelson. I love Woody Harrelson, so I'm excited to see how.
Oh, I
he plays
do.
Carnage.
Okay.
So,
dude, Woody
yeah.
Harrelson and Tom Hardy, and then also that hot chick that's his ex-fiance.
Michelle Williams.
Yeah, that's her. Yeah, there we go. She has a name. Sorry about that. That was offensive. I apologize.
All that toxic masculinity bullshit.
I'm all macho today. You should see my cock.
Yeah, it's Macho too.
Macho too.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh, that joke's
is the
gonna
guy
live
always-
on.
Oh, it will too. As I say, here comes the guy that's always talking about strong female characters. Which we do talk about that a lot. All right. Check out our deep dive. Check us out the following week, even for Venom. Can't wait for that spoiler free to come out. So we'll be hitting that one up next weekend. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Cinemagic out.
Whoa!